Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna jam.
My firstborn. Knew before you came it would be hard. Your belly didn't close. Knew your little frame was gonna be scarred. Your mom was stressing. I had to be her rock, but I was stressed too. Somewhere deep inside, I knew that you was gonna be special. On the sonogram, they could see that something wasn't right. You was cute though. I could see that you were gonna fight. I admit then, I wasn't living right. Was in a dope game. But when I knew that you was really coming, made a whole change. My last lick bought everything that you would need though. Got rid of all my phones, quit doing everything illegal. I couldn't be your dad if I was locked up and chained down. I ain't have my dad. I used to watch thugs at playgrounds. Your first breath, I didn't get to hold you. Needed surgery. Your organs were exposed. They had to sew your belly perfectly. Your mom was freezing breast milk. You couldn't even drink yet. It started going bad. I said, don't pour it down the sink yet. She was crying waterfalls. I could see her spirit low. I said, don't throw that shit away. I'm gonna make a bowl of cereal. I was just trying to cheer her up. It worked. Bad news. The doctor got caught naked with a nurse. I was like, God damn, what the fuck could make it any worse? He was a specialist, the only one capable in the state. So all the kids that were his patients, debatable was their fate. I remember well, halfway through a double, got a call at work. My wife said we're in trouble. We gotta move. And after all that work, she said Pittsburgh or Miami. I said, were they paying for it? She said, no, our funds depleted. Money, we were praying for it. They flew my daughter to Oakland. We got there off of charity. And if none of that ain't happened, then you basically ain't hearing me. You never would have heard this. You never would have felt me. A lot more to the story. Let's just say she's living healthy. Corey. You ain't got a thing to be ashamed of. Gained a little weight, but baby, you could get the same love. You'll always be a masterpiece. Same one that attracted me. Perfect is a state of mind, not something you have to be. Kisses on your fupa, tongue along your tiger stripes, skin a little looser. I'ma hold you twice as tight. I just wanna see you smile again like you used to. Every compliment I give, I'm really being truthful. You just grew a baby and I think that shit is beautiful. So I'ma raise you up and hold you down like I usually do. Hate to see you feeling less. Baby, I can see you stressed. Looking at your face, I miss you facing me when we undress. Cause you ain't got a thing to be ashamed of. Gained a little weight, but baby, you could get the same love. You'll always be a masterpiece. Same one that attracted me. Perfect is a state of mind, not something you have to be. Attracted to you naturally. Love how you do everything. Even when you mad at me. Got me thinking wedding rings. Still be sneaking glances and double takes when you pass me. Take advantage of any chances to see them ass cheeks. You like it when I talk like that. I bite it, you get off like that. And every time you ride, I get excited holding on to that. I'll support your choices if you want to get your body back. We can hit the gym together, eat better. I got your back. Cause you ain't got a thing to be ashamed of. Gained a little weight, but baby, you could get the same love. You'll always be a masterpiece. Same one that attracted me. Perfect is a state of mind, not something you have to be. Perfect. Don't let them tell you what you can't do. You gotta fight for what you want. Get up and show them what them hands do. You might not get it how you plan to, but in the game of life, you win playing whatever cards they hand you. I grew up with hard knocks like Annie. 80s baby, all my idols slinging rocks like candy. It was crazy. All the fathers either dead or in jail. Single mothers on the grind, babies raising themselves. When the hunger get them in trouble, they raised in a cell. Praying that we make it to heaven, we made it through hell. We got dreams bigger than Texas, we counting our blessings. All the failures and the losses, we just count them as lessons. You could never judge a book by its cover. It's different pages and different stages of life of how you going through changes. Stay grateful, never give up, because nothing worth it is painless. If you feel that shit in your veins, you was born to be famous.
Your name is Saquon, but I still call you Monk. You held on to me like a little monkey when you were small, like I was the whole world, and you didn't want to let go. And now here I am, the one holding on while you slowly start to let me go. You're not 18 yet, not till October. You haven't graduated yet either, not till next year. You're still here, still in this house, in your room, still leaving your shit all over the place and fighting with your sister. You're still under my roof. But I already feel the goodbye creeping in. I already feel the change, and it hurts in a way I don't even have words for because I'm grieving and you haven't even left yet. I've grieved real loss. I've buried your grandparents. I've buried your uncles. I've known that kind of pain. But this grief is different because it's not about losing someone to death. It's about losing my funky monkey who once needed me for everything while trying to learn how to be a mom to a young man. I'm proud of you, Monk. So proud. You're kind in a world that isn't. You look out for people who don't have much. You protect your sister even while driving her crazy. You always do what you're asked without giving me hell. God truly blessed me with you. You've got this mix of heart and spunk that makes me believe you're going to be just fine. And that scares me too, because it's going to take you far from me. It might take you into a life where I only get pieces of you, a call here, a visit there, a holiday if I'm lucky. And I'm scared, not because I think you'll mess up, but because I know the world can be cruel and I won't be there to protect or save you if it is. I want you to go. I want you to live. I want you to take every dream in your heart and chase it all the way down. I want you to experience everything I couldn't give you, everything I couldn't reach for myself. I want you to be more, do more, see more, and live louder and braver than I ever could. You deserve that. But please don't forget me. Don't forget home. Don't forget that there's a woman here who held you close before the world ever got the chance to, who loves you more than she can ever put into words, who still watches you when you're not looking and still peeks in on you while you're sleeping, while trying to memorize your face before it completely changes. I'm trying to be okay with you growing up and growing away, but let me hold on just a little longer, son. You're still my baby. Even with that deep voice, even with that height, even with your plans, you will always be my baby boy. And I'm still your mom, no matter how grown you are or how far you go. I love you, son. My funky monkey.
Africa is gifted with a lot of rich blessings, a lot of historical lessons, great wonders, diverse cultures, significant historical sites, and of course, mosquito bites. This great big continent is sure to fill you with such amusement. It's like a crocodile contingent gathering at a river crossing, looking for a prey all together, tossing, no fussing about the prey, never afraid. 54 countries divided up by adversaries, tore up by their sorry asses. Divide and conquer, but we stand up to this great big hand that wouldn't blemish our love for her. Although we are the second largest continent in the world, we still have a lot of uh, facts to unfold. Blood diamonds from Africa turn civil humans into power hungry, bloodthirsty cannibals looking for power, not caring about this world and how it glues together. One love, Bob Marley yells. Let's get together and feel all right. Sounds as tantalizing as an African's first frostbite. Or so he or she thought. Berlin, 1884. I wish you would return what you bought. A few hundred years later, we have played much more than we have fought. Nile River remains the heartbeat of the continent. Its streams pouring down like a water flowing down legs so nice. The sun beams on it. I wonder how my North African brothers and my West African brothers think about all of this. The Saharan desert keeps growing, expanding by at about 10% since 1920. Sowing the seeds of a more barren land? Question mark. Hopefully not. Africa is so hot. Our love for this land cannot be bought. Nelson Mandela fought for his freedom. That's one of the many reasons many stars are born. Don't forget Africa boasts the big five animals. Looking at Kruger Park and the Serengeti feels like I'm watching a festival. Plenty of fun can be had in those mud huts. Masaka boys shaking their butts Africa style. The media always report nonsense about our continent. I don't see them saying anything about their content or bad policing, strong fisting to the face, police bats to bottoms, battle on their bean field, more force than any shield.
I don't always have the cleanest house, but there's always happiness here, always laughter scattered around the room, making it hard to walk around. There are always memories in these hollow places. Love holds my universe together like dark matter. My family, the vertebrae of my purpose, is a peaceful one. Sometimes peace looks like chaos and feels like electricity. Tiny fingerprints crafting dreams, and my home is the perfect place for a dream nursery, a place where my children can build the inside of their minds outside, a place they don't have to hide from themselves. My baby learns to shapeshift. She sets her character's skin so quick. She says she sees a robot. No matter how hard I squint my eyes or tilt my head, I just can't see it. She sees an universe and imagination. There's no end to what her mind can blend. She, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loom, it is obvious she is not of calcium and cadmium. She is of minerals and spirits. Her mind is a treasure chest, and whatever she says, I'm rich in the way she speaks gems into time. Her powers are growing stronger every day. The other day, she crossed the cardboard bridge in her Pamper Box robot suit to get to her magnetic spaceship she built with her own two hands. Our space is different. She makes herself a Power Ranger fighting ants and bees, rescuing friends from traps built with Legos. It happens in the center of her hippocampus, where splitting atoms make her Babylonian mind. The way she tracks the movements of the moon. The sky is her blanket. Wonder cradles her mind, and I struggle to see it. Though I've always worn glasses, the thought haunts me that my vision impairment has nothing to do with my eyes, but with my heart. How maybe life has caused me to collect imagination and refract it into reality, has calcified my imagination into cataracts. And the only thing that comes to mind these days is poverty plaguing my place of peace. I fear adulthood has warped my cornea so much so colors don't saturate my life. The way rainbows dance under her breath. How no matter how much light I collect from her, I can only bend it into darkness. I get lost in space so many times, tumbling into voids, floating in what seems like nothingness. She gives me sight like Jesus does the blind, speaks wings into my stomach, reminds me that I'm raising giants with Milky Way skin, spiral galaxy curls, and it is not my job to see. It is my job to make universe out of living quarters, to make nebula of little minds, to make room for gods to do what gods do.
Die, capitalist lovers to the north. Relinquish your grip upon my hips. Silence your murmurs, be still your gaze. For Marxism will give health to the sinners, to the poor once more. The hepatitis she suffers from, perhaps was so stupid about, perhaps she asked for it. Be gone, useless crutch. I sell you off to the rich. I auction off my hair, my teeth. I am becoming something of a philanthropist. Yet the real jewels are chunks of my spine. Oh, so straight, perfectly centered, one atop the other, behaving in every way they have been told to just the right amount of synovial fluid and cartilage. I feel excited when they work, glide about when I move, making love to one another. I sometimes wish I had died giving birth. That would have been so acceptable, so different than the currency I carry. My dress pockets so heavy, the cervical cancer she bore, the orphaned fetuses we share, Ellie and I. The guilt, the blame, the improvised birth control in the form of a steel pole could be a penis or an injury, cancer given from one to another. Impossible to ignore the expel. We find it hard to adapt, to be always smiling, missing her womanhood. He is in the hospital, in the trash, or in the toilet, at the end of the hall, perhaps in the hotel. Sometimes lives for seconds amid the bed sheets, and the men look away at their hands or shoes or at another woman. Lest the revolutionaries make a miracle happen to fix me, to fix us, seems to me a silly dream. Those which we often have as women, content, baby in our arms, healthy and alive. Or our mutilated bodies in the throes of labor, faces frozen, tearless, penniless, without a comfort in the world. He holds the fetus in his palm as if looking into the eye of a demon to exorcise, then expels it once more, trash to be disposed of. And how we are so often alone in these deaths and in our suffering.
I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. I'm losing track of days and losing sleep at night. You ever wake up and forget for a second that they're gone? Then suddenly it hits you again. You don't cry like you used to. You just lay there staring at the ceiling, wondering how can this possibly be life while trying to figure out why you're still here and they're not. There's no one left to call. No one checking in. Your phone doesn't ring. You sleep when your body forces you to, and most days you're merely existing. I am not okay. I'm hanging on the rails. So if I say I'm fine, just know I've learned to hide it well. People ask how you're doing. You say I'm fine because telling them the truth would make things awkward. They don't really want to hear the truth anyways. You could say, I feel empty. I don't see the point. Everyone I love is dead and I'm just existing now. But they wouldn't know what to say back. So you just smile, nod, pretend you're okay, and lie. I know I can't be the only one who's holding on for dear life. But God knows, I know when it's all said and done, I'm not okay, but it's all gonna be all right. You say it out loud sometimes just to hear something, but it's not. It's not going to be all right because you're not okay. All you've got is this routine now. Get up, exist, go to bed. And on some days, even that feels like too much. But you keep going, not because of hope, not because of purpose, just because you're still breathing and they're not. I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. I'm losing track of days and losing sleep at night. I said I'm not okay.
Son, wake up. We are going to a land where there is no pain and no sand. White grass, cool air, me and a few others. What an indelible pair. The preparation is steady and long. I guess all seems fair. All of us trudging the ground without a care in the world. Joy and happiness fill the air. Gypsies, caravans, our eyes fill with tears. Well, we are from a land far away. We expect good accommodation and also decent pay. The music prep is coming day by day. Festus, Chioma, Igioma, and Chiamezier. I admit, we don't know what to expect. Excitement has filled our lungs like a fucking pet. What do we have? A few days? Perfect. Into a land of despair. Breeze blowing in the air, we don't care. Different fashion sense, Vanity Fair. Broken glass, hot breath, yelling in the air. Strength in numbers in this battlefield dumb us down. Beaten up in prison has brought upon this frown. Resilience, defiance, heads down as we exit this town. Nigeria, my heroes shall obey. Or shall I say, Nigerians are okay. Please be aware of our history. We, the people, are proud to be of this country. The land, the spirit. This is not a place for the timid. Nandi Azikiwe, Ibrahim Babangida, even them no sabi a place like Bagada. Nah, I did for Lagos, each year in Lagos. With my people, we never rest till we get what is due to us. Power Bank, BBWA Bank, I swear we know they lack. Chai! I will carry this jam mentor for the studio. I will call on Nigeria for my people.
The look of sheer disgust was clearly visible from behind the light blue paper hospital mask as the dietitian robotically placed the meager tray containing chicken broth for dinner. Hey, it was not my fault. That's what the doctor ordered. Clear liquid diet. This is uncharted territory, minus a gallbladder surgery. Don't you think I would love the fettuccine? Or anything deliciously fatty? But alas, those jobs performed by the spent organ have been spent. An organ evicted itself from the host of 63 years. I sit here in the hospital wondering if maybe I was not a great hostess. Is this remorse for a part of me that did its job successfully for many years until it didn't? All the ripping and running diet of my youth not willing to give up? Unable to satisfy my sweet tooth, filling nights with chips and dip, french fries, accompanied sandwich on dinner dish? Making its job an underappreciated one. And of course, the stakes became too high when it was either them or me willing to survive. On hands and knees, wrenching in bathtub water, pulsing on sore front and back of former home. Desperately looking for any relief for the insidious, unrelenting pain. A knocking on heaven's door came, which I was forced to answer, like an unwelcome houseguest. No hiding behind the couch, no pretending I was not home. The Entenmann's coffee cake put out for company. That was no Entenmann's coffee cake put out for company. I thank it, though, for the years of silent, faithful service and my new lower blood pressure. Numbers and wonder who else will have to be paid tribute next.
Love, I am the miracle fingers of the plum tree. I reach down, mauve, dripping, my skin as taut as I can possibly manage under the weight of all this coraled grief. Feel my skin peel open alive. It's meat for to feed you, the protein of missed relatives. I wish I knew the way to paint a smile on your face, to be a mother's touch which cannot be reproduced. Even as I make more fruit and more fruit till it weighs the tree away from heaven. God never learns to feed it out fast enough, and it makes for shrunken prunes and raisins. They wither on my vine. This equals how my heart feels when it cannot feel your hate, when it cannot hold your face in my hands. A shrunken prune and useless raisin, always asking after God. I am a blind old hag of a lady who never knew how to mother, who lost babies one after another. Now they call me witch and stone me asunder. God forgets to feed me rations, my Jesus. I cannot tell a lie from a man, but I know they look so much like each other. It's the uncanny things of humanity, sleeping at the dump, sleeping on a trolley, what some will do to a once virginal body. Who gets to declare what is from heaven and what is an ill and broken human angel? In ourselves, our eyes script divine over the broken hand tremors. Don't think I don't feel your wings brush upon my pox and float me on the wind. Don't think I didn't see you fill my water with milk last week and yesterday and today again. I repay the gifts of abundance with no repentance, no admission. I will not tell your secret, your name on my lips, as my child, as the Son of God, to anyone.
Is it alligator Auschwitz or Alcatraz? I heard a senator say, please refrain from calling it a concentration camp. No one was marched into gas chambers. Be it gas or pollution, poverty, Germany, be it pollution or poverty, Germany or Israel, what's the difference? Same Lord, different flies, different people, same lies. Still can't tell a human from an animal, from a savage. All three have been kept in cages. A ghetto is not defined as a concentration camp. It's usually a poor section of a city inhabited primarily by people of the same race, religion, or social background, often because of discrimination. Used to be the Jews, now it's me and you, the new goats to greed. There are no walls in the ghetto, but they won't pay you enough to leave, barely pay you enough to eat. The water's too contaminated to drink, and the food you eat won't allow you to think. There are no guards in the ghetto, but police will beat you into a caged bird until you too can't breathe. Rupture your spleen, take your life for a traffic stop. There's no Zyklon in the ghetto, but there are pesticides in our food, lead in our water, bleach in our meat. Corporations set up shop in our backyards, polluting our air, food, and water, wreaking havoc on our bodies, and we get so sick. The only way out seems like death. Don't make enough money for the cure, just enough to soothe the symptoms, where cancer spreads quicker than fire, be it a pig farm or a refinery. They say it can hold up to 5,000 detainees. And I ask myself, how many detainees are in America's ghettos?
Hours don't hug just like minutes don't mend, and healing don't come soft when your soul screams in silence after losing a loved one. We learn time can't tame trembles felt. The screams cast into pillows rupture memories till grief grows fangs biting down in places where prayers forgot what was left. Drowning pain in playlists gets tiring, letting lyrics leak where eulogies can't. We're left hoping harmony might hold us where hands no longer can. So, how do we teach a shattered chest to trust its own rhythm again when every beat feels borrowed from someone already gone? They say grief is love with nowhere to go, but it goes everywhere. Sleeps in sheets once warmed, hangs in hallways still echoing laughter, sits at tables like ghosts too polite to interrupt silence. Some of us were mourning like skin, others like me tuck it behind teeth, chewing pain into punchlines because it's the only way to speak without screaming. Healing doesn't arrive dressed in epitomes. It crawls, limping through sleepless nights, tripping over memories too scared to throw away because you don't want to forget their face. Some days, it disguises itself dressed in masked, high, true faces. It gets up, gets dressed, pretends breath doesn't bruise your lungs. Other days, it masquerades as movements, filling calendars to outrun collapses, smiling in photographs while fragments still fracture beneath fabric. No one wants to talk about how healing hurts, how it drags your shadow into places light can't reach, how it makes liars out of mirrors, showing a face still standing while your soul stays on its knees. But let me tell you something, there's power in the pause, in the breath between tears and breakdowns, in the whisper that reminds us they may no longer be here, but you are. And that matters. Not because moving on means forgetting, but because living is the only way to carry them forward, honoring them and their legacy without crumbling under the weight of grief.
Happy birthday, Mom. Today, you are 55 years old. Recently, my best friend Tommy had to go through something difficult. His grandpa Lou died and has been taking it hard. He has come to me seeking support, but it's hard to fully understand what he is going through. He probably thinks I know what it's like to lose a family member, but you taught me early on that you're with me wherever I go. The only experience I have with death I can remember is a time I made friends with a bug named Melville. Don't ask me how I even remember that, but it's a vivid memory, almost like a cartoon. You taught me early on where I will always find you and where I have you. Every time a gentle wind blows and caresses me, that is your hand on my face. Every time I get tired playing outside in the summer heat, I seek the shade the trees make, for I know that is where I will feel your sheltering embrace. Every time I look in the mirror and see the constellation of new freckles on my cheeks, I think that was you, the sun tickling me all my life. You've always known how to make me smile. Every time it rains, I step outside and lay in the long grass to be held tight by you as happiness soaks me in your tears of joy. The older I get, the less afraid I become because I know you're always here with me. I just wish I can be there for Tommy. Although you're always here with me, I often wonder how you'd be like as a human being, how bedtime stories or lullabies would have sounded in your voice, how it would have felt to hold your hand. Closest I've been to holding your hand is whenever I use your gardening tools to plant orange daisies every year, just so I could see your hair blow in the breeze in the form of flower petals. Thank you for the worlds you have given me. I love you. Forever with you, your little Chucky. P.S. Dad says hi, he loves you, and that he will see you soon.
I'm locked in to this noteworthy, exceptional, renaissance deity, my nerd. Each day upon greeting me, he goes all the way in when I have yet to acclimate to the day's end. He greets me with, I have a prompt for you. He may shoot me a good morning or hi, babe, before proceeding with his agenda. But upon opening my eyes, homework soon follows, like I have a classroom set up on my calendar. And I'm not alone in receiving assignments. Going by the time he takes, he appears to be in study hall. For every time he locks eyes on me, I observe him doing his research, footnotes, Wikipedia, sites worked, photographic memory of my moods ensues, my expressions, past conversations, in order to set up his PowerPoint presentation. He's my logophile obsession. So this man truly studies me. I am his biology specimen. his daily regimen. Amber on double alert, as if I'm displayed on a petri dish like a delectable dessert. Microscopic perusal of my inner workings, unwavering in his gaze, looks upon me as if he's amazed, never missing a beat. His focus is as if he's afraid that if he blinks, he'll miss something unique, thesaurus to my nature. His perusal never complete. I'm his case study, indeed. Feeds into my sapiosexual needs. So he studies me to show himself approved, so he won't have to cram for the finals.
Close your eyes and just breathe easy. Sit back, relax, and inhale, then exhale deeply. I want to find what you keep hidden. Don't blush when I reveal what was once forbidden. I'll kiss your thoughts and romance your mind. Don't get it twisted, this is sex of another kind. Hold on tight as the juices spill from your fruit. Realize I get you nicer than that absolute 100 proof. You put your hand in between your thighs. I know it's throbbing as we speak. I'm not surprised. It's not coincidence you were sent to me. Conversation like we've been involved for centuries. Stay fully dressed, I'll make love to you mentally. Only a select few can vouch that I'm great with the tool, but I'm better with my mouth. And the better on the couch. Get you wetter in a drought. Feeling trapped up in your situation, I'ma let you out. She got doubts, she won't let me in. She just want a friend. That's cool, I'll make it rain until it's wet around my chin. If I kiss it, it's a wrap. So exact, how you running laps like a running back. What I pack proves the myth a fact. Girl, come get this crack. The world McDonald's, I'm the Big Mac. And if I kiss the pussy, you won't ever get your clip back. Big dick, lasts a long time, and my stroke deadly. I'ma eat it first, then you better get your throat ready. Flood like New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina, broke levee. Swimming in your waters, I'm the captain in my boat heavy. This poetry like foreplay. I could do this all day. Kissing in the elevator, screwing in the hallway. Neighbors at the peak hole, we giving them a free show. They want to call the cops, but they living here illegal. It's cool if they watch though. I'm like an exhibitionist. Crowd formed around us. I ain't stopping. Let's just finish this. Your legs wrapped around my head, hands grabbing on your throat. Eye contact till we bust. Now let's go and smoke. We went from trips to the store where we were spending them food stamps to taking trips to the shore where you could swim with the blue clams. When I dreamt about more than wanting simply a few grand, now the limit is more than I could grip with my two hands. Reminiscent days of project living, where everybody made the best out of the box they lived in. Oh, they giving out free turkeys? That was our Thanksgiving. It might be liquor when we thirsty, but them bars ain't prison. Don't let them tell you what you can't do. You gotta fight for what you want, get up and show 'em what them hands do. You might not get it how you plan to, but in a game of life you win playing whatever cards they hand you. I grew up with hard knocks like Annie, 80s baby, all my idols slinging rocks like candy. It was crazy, all the fathers either dead or in jail. Single mothers on the grind, babies raising themselves. When the hunger get 'em in trouble, they raised in a cell. Praying that we make it to heaven, we made it through hell. We got dreams bigger than Texas, we counting our blessings. All the failures and the losses, we just count them as lessons. You can never judge a book by its cover. It's different pages and different stages of life of how you going through changes. Stay grateful, never give up, cause nothing worth it is painless. If you feel that shit in your veins, you was born to be famous.